Hi gems, your girl's back with another video. Excuse the fact that half of my eye is already done. I didn't know whether or not I wanted to film this look, but when it all came out, I got super excited about the ombre, and I know that you guys truly come for me when I don't film a video. So we're gonna jump right into this. And no rhyme or reason, I'm actually wearing my bathing suit because I feel like after I film this, I'm gonna take the boys swimming and just enjoy the outdoors. I woke up in a bit of a funk, so it kind of helps me ground and not give it life is to really center myself and do my makeup. So I have some products that I've had for some time, and I've never used this brand on my channel before. Outside of their lip products, that being the Buxom eyeshadows. So Buxom team sent me quite a bit of shadows, but I was driven by my bathing suit on the selection that I chose for this look. So I don't have a Buxom like eyeshadow palette because they have these like removable shadows, like single shadows that you can essentially build and customize your own palette. So the three shades that I used today are LaLa Lavish, Party Girl, LaLa Lavish, and this really beautiful purple called Posh Purple. So yeah, I think that's about it. We're gonna jump right into this video. So I take a little bit of that Select cover up on the back of my hand and my definer brush, and I clean under my brows first. So there you have it. And then I'll just take my beauty sponge, whatever I have on deck, and blend it out. So now that I've cleaned up my brow, I'm actually not gonna do my brow right away. We're gonna jump right into the look. I've been loving this Born to Run palette from, Urban Decay. It's 21 shades. They sent this to me in a PR packet, and I have to say it's probably one of my favorite palettes right now. I've already done a video on this, so I'll make sure to link that in the little icon digamabob above. But I'm gonna jump right into my first transition shade, and that's going to be Riff, which is this shade right here. It's a very muted brown, the undertone. It's definitely more yellow, like mustard. But I love it thus far. Not only does it show up on my skin, but it's very buildable. And for those who are gonna ask, I'm using my Morphe M441, which is a big fluffy blending brush to lay down that first shade. So the next shade that I'm gonna use out of the palette is called BAJA, which is this really pretty, definitely your quintessential burnt orange. And again, what I'm loving about the Urban Decay palette is how nice these shadows are. They blend out really beautifully and they show up really nice. So I know that looks crazy, but trust the process. The next shade we're gonna go into is called Hell Ride, which is this matte fuchsia purple. And we're going in with my 217 blending brush from MAC. And then I just build that just underneath stranded. And then I'm gonna go back in with my my Morphe 441, and I'm taking a little bit more of this Riff, and then I'm just gonna apply that above it while blending the shades together, just on the edge. And then I'm gonna go into my other brush that I used for the Hell Ride, which is kind of like that purple fuchsia color, and then I start blending it upwards. And then I'm gonna go back into Stranded, and I'm gonna blend that shade out. And one thing that a lot of people don't show on YouTube is how long the blending takes. I feel like this kind of cuts the blending time in half, because you've packed all the shades on and you're kind of allowing them to marry into each other. And then lately I've been using my 242 flat synthetic brush from MAC. It's essentially a concealer brush, but what I love about it is that it really gives you the precision to create like the half moon cut crease. Boom, you got yourself a cut crease. That actually went a little bit better on screen than I thought. So the 242 stays with you through the rest of this process, but I just cleaned off all of the concealer or the shadow base off of the brush, and then we're gonna jump right into our shades. I have to say this one that I'm about to use right here is an absolutely stunning shade, and slowly but surely has become one of my favorite formulas, like favorite colorway. Like, it's just beautiful. And feel like if you need to, you can taut your skin. Sometimes I just leave it there to kind of provide the support I need, because I don't want my concealer to crease. So that's why sometimes you'll see me do that, but it's not necessary. I just like to color in the lines, man, with the next shade, which is Party Girl, which is this really pretty satin finish fuchsia pink. Just a few tones light of a hot pink, but you can call it a hot pink too. And then I'm just gonna apply that right next to LaLa Lavish. And I know that like cut crease is something that I do a lot. I just find it so important for those who have hooded lids to be able to really see all the work that you're putting into the shades. And then the next shade we're gonna go into, I'm not gonna use this 242. I'm actually gonna use my 217 brush from MAC. And even though this is a satin shade, trust the process. This is Posh Purple, also by Buxom. I'm dabbing my 217 into it, and then I'm going to pack it on the outer portion and actually come over Party Girl. I just wanted a hint, but I wanted more of the purple to be my standout color. On the outer corner, I do want to deepen it up a bit. So for this, which is not a necessary step, but I wanted something that was a little bit more eggplant. I went into my Perception palette, Shayla Colourpop collection, and I dipped into Played Out, which is exactly that. Like that eggplant purple. And on the skin, I felt like it kind of played black, but not so so intense. And my rule of thumb is that I always blend upward and out so that you deposit the most color and then you blend it out to create a very nice gradient effect. So for today's liquid eyeliner, I'm using my all too infamous e.l.f. liquid liner. Not only do I love the price, but I also love the quality of the product and how pigment black it is. Even though the shade is called charcoal, I mean, it's giving me the black. It's giving it to me. So I always start with the flick, and then I close my eye and I look down at my mirror, and then I just go to the tip of that flick and then bring her on down, because the objective is to create a cat eye. So the best way to do that is to go really thin and then volume out at the end with a little bit more of a thicker line. All right, so now that I have my liner in place, I'm gonna go in, and this is a trick that I have always done, because even if I weren't wearing extensions, I still want the lash line to be muted. So I'm gonna go back into my Born to Run, and I'm gonna go into the shade Jet, which is just, you know, a matte black. And I'm using my Luxie 221 flat definer, and then I pack the black right on top, just like that. So also what I'm gonna do with my eyelash extensions is that I always keep a separate spoilie aside, and I brush out my lash extension, which in essence also brushes out any of the shadows that may have fallen that would create my lashes to like look like a different color. All right, so let's finish up the eye with my brow. And I'm using my ultra fine brow defining pencil in the shade number 5 from Benefit. She's Bae. Literally the only brow products that I use are from Benefit. So I just created like hair-like strokes in the front, and then just start flicking the hairs back so that they look oh so natural. The only thing is you use the other side for the spoolie to kind of brush the product through. And then one step that I did on this eye that I want to repeat so that there's consistency is that I'm going to go back into that palette and I'm going to use the shade Breakaway, which is like this really pretty iridescent white. And I just want to apply that right on my brow bone. So as far as my skincare routine goes, you guys have seen me do it 101 times. I'm going to go off camera, finish my skin prep, come back, we're gonna finish the eyes, I'm gonna introduce a new lip, and then we can call that a wrap. So, be right back. You guys, I can't even with this foundation. The Colourpop No Filter Foundation, I am in the shade Deep Dark 200. I don't think I've been excited about a foundation since like Bobbi Brown. Like, and it's $12. At least comparable. I haven't been this excited about a foundation at this price point since maybe the CoverGirl Vitalist. Oh my god. They did send me quite a bit of waterproof eyeliners, and this shade here is called Doors Unlocked, which is a really beautiful purple that I'm gonna put on my bottom lash line. This is what their liners look like. And they're kind of like a kohl pencil because they go on really smooth. I've never used their liners before, but I'm putting it on my actual lash line and she's showing it really nice. All right, then I'm gonna grab my favorite pencil brush. It's the Sigma E30, and blend out the liner first before I put on any shadow underneath or lash. So I'm gonna go into the shade Posh Purple, build that on top of this liner. And then I'm gonna go underneath that with Party Girl, same pencil brush, a little bit lighter hand, and just underneath of it, support that purple. And then I'm gonna go in with my 217. I'm gonna go back into the Born to Run palette, and I'm gonna grab Hellride, which is that like purple pink, because I do feel like I need to ground it with a matte shade. And I'm just gonna go underneath both of those and blow that out even more. So the next product that I'm gonna use is also new to me, and it's their Lash Mascara. Their intensely volumized, separates and defines black is black mascara. But I am gonna go ahead and hook up this bottom row. I have the smallest lashes in thy world, so sometimes even when I put on mascara, it's like, girl, did you put anything on? Oh yeah, I like what it did there. Lately I've been really loving my Kevyn Aucoin blush, and that's the shade Myracle, which is this really beautiful hot pink. Like, when I say I've been loving it, it's been fire. So I'm gonna use my Morphe E3. It gives you like a very subtle flush of color. All right, for highlighter, I'm really excited about this, but I have a small disclaimer. My daughter got into it. Anya must have been left to her own devices, child, and got real jiggy with it. This is the Colourpop Foil in Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. Of course, I'm gonna be using Sangria Sunset since we're staying in the pink family. I'm gonna use my Morphe R31, which is something that I've used in the past for highlighting. And let's see how she looks. Oh yeah, I mean, my God, that went on really smooth. I can't say I have any other kind of highlighter quite like it. Just a slight bit. All right, so we have our highlighter on. Next up, we're gonna get into this lip, and then we can call it a wrap. Guys, Buxom also sent me some lip products, and I felt like these would be the most complimentary to this look. I'm gonna go in with Patricia and Selena on top. So that is very light, very undertone pink. And then we have Selena, that's a very opal in essence, that goes on top. So I'm gonna go in with Patricia first. There you go. Quality, really pretty. And then I'm gonna take Selena. So there you go, guys. This is the final look. What am I gonna call her? I'm gonna call her Celestial Realness. Very festive. I mean, you can go a step further. You can apply more highlighter. You can take this to another level and start putting rhinestones on your face. But that's not me, so I ain't gonna sit here and fake the funk. But if you guys like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up below. Tell me if you'd ever wear it. I like the idea of the glosses. She just thick. I want to do a giveaway. So this is what it's gonna be. Giveaway as such. Make sure you like. Make sure you're subscribed because I look. And if you don't subscribe, then guess what? You can't win. It's just a part of the rule. I'm so stoked to be able to provide this to you guys. I'm gonna give away the entire collection of the Born to Run palette from Urban Decay. I said collection and palette, but you know what I mean. You're gonna get the palette, you're gonna get the 3 lippies, 3 eyeliners, and then one of my favorite setting sprays is the All Nighter by them. So I'm gonna repeat it again. You're gonna like, you're gonna subscribe, and you're gonna comment under this video. That would be your entry. And I'll also have the entry deadline and date winner announcement information in the description box below. So until our next video, gems. Bye.